All right, we are live. We're going to do a fun thing. We're going to rent an entire deck and make a push to the Champ League. I am also on Discord, and so if anyone wants to come in and ask questions live, I may be talking to them a little bit. Hopefully, we will stay on the topic of rentals. Earlier today, I did a recording. I did a session answering lots of random questions. This time, it will be regarding rentals. So here we have an account. Let's go into here. Let's see cards that are owned. There are 0 cards in this account. As you can see, the account name is Fun Tamed. We're going to show the process of renting an entire account. Also, anyone listening in these types of things that I do, we're going to have our conversation here in voice chat on the Splinterlands Discord as I'm answering questions. I'm sure people will be pretty happy about that. So to do the renting, we're going to log out of this account, log in to this account. I did a whole series of going from novice all the way to champion during a 7-day spread. I was gone for the season following for quite a few days, and this is my first time back. So I have had no rentals. I haven't had rentals in quite a while. Now, a recap of that whole process when I started from novice all the way to champ, I started with 20,000 DEC in the account. I moved all the way down to, let's see, it was something around 15,000. So I used about 5,000 DEC. And then you can see that I ended up with 27,000. And I sold all the cards that I made and everything. So my goal is to spend, let's see how much I spend, a couple thousand. We're going to go into rentals. I don't know if anyone comes in. You can jump in with the audio, ask a question. The subject is rentals. You can also message in a voice chat channel here. And we'll do that. This may actually take a little bit of time. It is going to be live. It is recorded for later. Now, this account has 0 cards in it. We're going to be playing in the where we left off was just we don't have any cards in here, so it's locked. It can't go higher, so we need to make sure that we get quite a lot of cards, 500,000 collection power worth of cards to really get where we need to. Let's just rent a bunch of cards, make sure that we're in Diamond League and we can move up. But let's see how much it's going to cost us to get the cards we need to be able to play in Champ League. Shall we? Okay, so we are looking for max level cards. And we are going to sort by price. So I'm definitely going to take some of these. You can see these ones that I rented a while back. What we're going to do is, let's go by type. So we're looking at just the legendaries. You know what we need to actually do? We're on max level. We need to find our summoners first. That's the most important thing in the game. And I want to be able to play. I don't want to lose. So I want to play every color because I don't want to be sitting there with you only have one color to play and you don't have any summoners in that color. So I got to make sure I have every one. So I don't mind Camilla. I know she's not the best dragon summoner. Daria is, just one below. You can look at the stats. +1 fighting or a 3 and -1 fighting. They're really pretty close, but I want to go with, I think I'm going to go with Camilla for the dragon. I just wanted to see if there's any gold. I think real fast, I want to see the cheapest gold is Lorna. That's pretty darn good. So we'll think about it. Gold will get us more DEC. So I'm going to go through the list. We're going to start with dragon. There's our options, 35 for Kretch. We're definitely going to go with that one. And now let's go to death. And Contessa versus Oster. Oster is a Reflect, which is pretty awesome, for 10 more. Contessa, it's just boring. I think I'm going to go with Oster. Ulster. It's a bit more expensive, but I think for the 10, I like the chances of using Ulster. Okay, so I also want to make this educational to anyone jumping in. However, anyone jumping in and being new to the game isn't going to be fighting at max level. So these are pretty high prices. DEC at 34 is a decent amount. We can open up 1-inch exchange where you can use any tokens on the Binance Smart Chain. I like going to the classic mode, and you can say, look, how much is 35 DEC? Sorry, I got to change it right here. It's 23 cents. Decent amount. 35 DECs, 23 cents. I'm going to rent that, 23 cents each day, but hopefully our wins are going to be pretty worthwhile. Stay tuned, I guess, to see that. Now, where are we? 48 versus 34. So we get +1 heart, or we just have a level 2. Level 2 could be pretty cool, but I do love Tyrus. And now the question is, can we get an alpha Tyrus for 48.9? Yep, that's the way to go, because that's going to get us some more DEC as if we have an alpha Tyrus. So definitely for 0.2 DEC more, for 36.9 cents instead of 36.8, go with the alpha. I think that's going to earn me some extra DEC. It's going to be worth the 14 more DEC, I think. So yeah, that's going to be great. We're going to check over here to see if we have any questions. Yeah, I am presently recording. So Scream is asking if we're recording this. I am recording. So here we go. Our next summoner will go to the Earth one. Wholly expensive. Everything's expensive. The Earth may be pretty rough. We'll see, though. So do I want Liana? Let's see, because there could be a chance of this being alpha. Yep. 76, though, man. That is not cheap. Not cheap, but it's an alpha, which is going to be more worthwhile than getting this beta card, just because I'll earn. And, these legendaries, I could look at these legendaries, but they're just out of the ballpark for me. I'm not a super high level player. All right, water. We got Vera and Bortis, which aren't that great. And they're a little bit more expensive. So we got Vera is not that exciting, and Bortis is a little bit better. So for 3 more, I'll take the Bortis. And then our final one, 45, a little bit better price. Yeah, I mean, that's a big change. 69 for Malric Quid. I mean, I don't mind having this one because you get extra. You get what is this called? Pierce, which is decent, and it's 12 less than Talia, which is a level 2, which would be fun to have one level 2 one, but I'm not sure about it. So we're going to undo them all. Is there any one that I want to have a second option? I don't know if there is. How about any alphas? Let's look at the cheapest alphas. Why is there not many showing? There is no alphas showing? That's interesting. Only betas, only alphas. That could be a bug. Let's see. How about legendary summoners? What is the cheapest legendary summoner? Well, we're already renting that one. And then the Peak Rider at 97. Holy cow. I don't know. Let's wait until we have a team of cards and see if there is a particular color we want to be super strong. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 that are all generally in the same spot. Maybe we pick one. Well, there's 5 of them, with the Cryptmancer being pretty expensive. So maybe these 4. Um, maybe these 4 we'll look at, see which one of these colors, these splinters, we have the best. So we're good with our 6 summoners. It is, let's take a look. There's 2 days, 10 hours. We're going to rent for 2 days, and then we can just re-up all of these. So that's the option. We can rent for 2 days, or we can rent for, and then extend based on what ones we're not that interested in anymore. Or we can rent for 3 days, and if we don't like one, we could end it early. So I think what we're going to do is rent for 3 days. If we stop using them a lot, we'll end it early. So I'm up 7,000. Remember, I am going to use 892 for my summoners alone. So we'll see how that goes. All right. So the next step is to just grab. Let's look at the legendaries. Is there any? I still think this is weird. It has this little bug. Let's see if there's any of these that I'm really interested in. Let's just look at monsters. We don't need to look at summoners anymore. So I think they're so expensive. Do you start with summoners and see if there's things that you really like? I do like playing with the Dark Hound, so I'm going to favorite a couple. I think I like using the Black Splinter. I can't say that I'm winning a lot with it, but I have enjoyed using it. So there's a Lord Arianthus at 55. That's something interesting. I'm not going to start putting them into the chart. I just want to get a good comparison. Frost Giant, Vigilator, 30, 40. It's so expensive. Let's go to epics. We've got Dragon Spirit is so cheap. So funny, but will I ever use it? And maybe that's why it's so cheap. Divine Sorceress, I actually really like. It's a good life card at 14. So we're going to put that in the cart already. 20s, 17, 20s. Let's go to rares. And now we're talking. We got some good price cards here. So I don't even need to even really look at it. We just need to fill our team with lots of cards. So we got pretty much everything under 10 done. Let's go to commons and let's grab everything under 10. Just need to fill our cart with a ton of stuff. So there we go. We're just going to grab everything. Oh, that one is not available. It's in cooldown for 1 more day, so it's not really going to benefit me. So let's skip it. Pretty soon we're going to need to see if there's any questions to answer. So what's happening here is these people likely bought these cards recently from someone else that had been played, so they're still going to be in cooldown for a little while. So there we go. So we're just filling our cart with everything under 10 so that we just have a bulk amount of cards to play, and then we'll see where we're at. So 3 days more. We just spent 600 on the summoners for 6 of them, and now we're renting 28 cards for about the same, I guess. All right, while that's doing that, we'll go and check in to see if there's any question in voice chat for the live listeners, which I don't suspect there are going to be too many live listeners. I see there are a few. All right. So we started at 27 something. We're down to 25,000. We've got a decent amount of cards. We can go in to say only the ones that are rented. and then we'll hit this refresh button. Now here's all my cards. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller on the screen. I'm interested in seeing how many dragons I have. I only have 1 dragon, 6 death, 5 life, 1 green. So green's going to be a pretty rough team. 5, and so green and red are pretty low right now. So, but we can't get by, really. Not my style. Not my. I don't enjoy it. So we're going to exclude all the cards that we've already rented. Now let's take a look. So we're looking at all monsters. I'm not sure why we didn't get an Elven Defender. That's strange. Wouldn't I have clicked on that? Maybe it's brand new. Maybe someone just put it on the market. I'm not sure what just happened, why that's that way. But we're going to rent that. Okay, back to excluding what we don't have. Or what we do have already. So Dragon Spirit, we already talked about. We didn't really want that one. We definitely want Cursed Slime Ball, and I think we're definitely going to spend over 12 for it. And this is one of the ones that wasn't available. Flamesmith. You know, what we want to do is now look at the next level down on the commons. Okay? So we're still excluding ones we already have. You know what? We can look here and see that 1 level down isn't the worst. I mean, a 3 attack versus a 2 makes the maggot way better at level 10, but there just aren't any available at level 10. If you look here, you can show all of them. Number 9 is the highest, and I do love maggots. Kind of fun to say. Let's see, another death card. We need earth cards, so we're just going to have to take these 2 earth cards. And you know what we need to look at is neutral, so that we can help teams that don't have really everything that they need. And we're still just looking at commons, aren't we? All right, let's go back. Let's click on max. We're clicking on neutral. Come on, max. All right. So, whoa, they start to jump up in price. But I could use Cyclops and oh, did we just put in a Creeping Ooze? No, it's Cursed Slime Ball. Creeping Ooze. What is the price on a 9? An 8 gold is 26. It'd be kind of fun to have a gold one. The difference, you know what? We don't really need a high level card. We can do, for Creeping Ooze, we could do this level 4. And then we need to find a chicken as well. Let's go look for the chicken. The Furious Chicken. We don't need a max. Let's say all cards for the Furious Chicken. Come on. It still says max. Let's do common, chicken. Is the chicken not a common card? It must be a rare card. There we go. Why are we not showing any chickens? What is going on? I need to refresh the page. Oh, I think I lost my other things when I refreshed. It's kind of a pain, right? Don't refresh like I did. I don't even know my own site. All right, chicken. We need a chicken. There are no max level cards available. Let's just find the cheapest gold. Find the cheapest gold card. So here's level 3 golds. And let's go to the top, which would have the cheapest is 7.5. Ouch. I don't know if that's worth it. We could just go down to level 1 and pay 0.135. So let's just do that. 3-day rental, 0.4 DEC. Better than the gold. Better price for sure. All right, we need to go back to looking at neutral cards and rent those cards. We need to exclude ones we've already rented. And we need to remove the chicken. Neutral, we don't want level 1s. We want max level cards. And we want to sort them. So we got the Elven for sure. And the Elven Defender and the Elven... Oh, we wanted the Creeping Ooze. And we forgot to get that one before we mistakenly refreshed the page, which was dumb. So 2.6 for a gold isn't too bad, knowing how often I will probably use this. So let's just grab these 2 cards before we do anything dumb again. And it's broadcasting, so we can refresh. Come on. All right. Let's refresh again. I don't know why Creeping Ooze is still there. Maybe because we don't have a max level. Anyways, so let's take a look. We need some more neutrals, but they get really expensive. Mantoid, Raging Impala, Grumpy Dwarf at 17. Maybe I will grab these 2. Another option is to go 1 step down on each of these cards. So 7, 5, 3. All right. And problem is we still have it saying max. So that's kind of a bummer that seems to be somewhat of a bug. Because we did not override the max when we did these numbers. So we now rented our card, so it doesn't matter that we refresh. Let's not hit the max. Let's go down 1 level and see if we can find any good deals on neutrals. 1 level down. What is the deal going to be? 3.7. Heck yes. Clay Golem for 3.7. I am all... Oh, I already got one at 9. Dang it. I wish I didn't rent that one. 9. I would have rather rented the one at 3. 4 instead of 8. So this is why there's a lot of different ways to make this work. Well, I don't want to be frustrated by that, so I'm just going to, out of sight, out of mind, exclude the ones I've already rented. What just happened? It didn't actually exclude the Clay Golem. That's another kind of just quirk. So just leave it on, I guess, and just look for the ones that you haven't rented. Let's do... I don't think I want Naga Brute. I'm not sure. I think I've used this one in the past, and it was actually decent. So what do you get at 9 that you don't get at 10? 1 speed and 1 health. I think I'm all right with that. If there's anyone jumping in that wants to ask a question live, that is fine. We are renting. Let's see, someone maybe messaged me here. Yep, if you are interested in renting, you are watching it probably. So there we go. All right, so let's go Imp Bowman, Fire. I was a little bit low on Fire cards. So at level 5, you get 1 less health, which is fine for me, for way less price. If you want to look at the price, 4 and as opposed to 29 is way better. Okay, I should have done this because I wouldn't have rented 4 as opposed to 9, 5 as opposed to 8, 5 as opposed to, yeah. But I got some max cards, so it's all right. I think I'll survive. So Stone Splitter is an Earth card, and we need more Earth cards. So it's 11 at max, and or 6. Let's get it. That's kind of almost, people don't know these little tricks of renting, so they're being dumb, I guess, and renting more expensive cards. We already got a maggot. I thought for sure I rented one. Now I could do this by going to bulk view and opening it in another tab, and we're going to see if I have maggots. I didn't actually get it. Must have been during that moment. So let's show all, and 7. If I go down, it's 2. That's a big drop. I do like maggots. I remember saying that joke even just a little bit ago. So Chromatic Dragon we're never going to use, especially a 3 legendary is a big difference compared to a 9 out of 10 common. A 3 out of 4 legendary is a bigger drop. So I'm not as interested in the legendaries, even though that's a pretty cheap legendary. And is it going to be a alpha? Because maybe I'd be interested. They are both betas, 55 for an alpha. Yeah, no. I think we're just going to skip the dragon, Chromatic Dragon. Pit Ogre, another fire. I kind of like them. So the things about these alpha and beta editions is that back in those days, the final step wasn't that amazing. Now with Untamed and dice cards, the final step is like a big deal. All right, we already got all these cards. We've got... Well, look at this. Is kind of fun. I got a level 8 for 990, and the level 7 is 10. So let's see. Pit Ogres, Flame Imps, Peacebringer. I know that's not a super popular one, but I tend to like it. The Javelin is a good Earth card. Let's see what it is at level 8. There's only one, and it's a gold. But I think I'm going to grab it, because we did mention we needed more green. A Skeleton Warrior. Maybe that's a reward card. I like the Skeleton Assassin better. Okay, we're getting up into the 15 range. So we're just going to rent these 3 cards for the 3 days. Well, these 5 cards. For 100 DEC more. We started at 27 something. As you can see here, we're at 25,000. So, and that's paying for all 3 days. Okay. Now I am going to go back up on these. Let's just go all the way, because I don't really like using that max button that's up here. So now let's just change the pricing and see what we're missing at max level, and we may be willing to go up a little bit higher. Wave Runner at 11. It's a water. How good is my water deck? Do I want to add to it? I think we do. See, 11. Let's see what else is available below it. There's nothing below it. So you know what? We're going to grab a Wave Runner. We're going to see if we end up using it. Now, I am playing with max cards, if you remember. That means I already have played through all the different leagues. I know these cards pretty well, so you can kind of just hear me chatting about them, but it doesn't mean that I'm explaining every bit of ability of them. Minotaur Warrior looks pretty good, and like we said, we did want more Earth cards. I want to check the levels below. There's a lot of 10s available. A lot of 10s. 11. So, the level 10 here is a good price. So let's grab those two. Peak Monsters does remember the duration that you want. It does sound like someone is live if they want to ask a question about the rentals. We've gone through and done quite a bit. We will recap here what we have. We have a couple of them open right here. We're going to remove. We were doing a search for a particular card. We're going to refresh this page. We're up to 41 cards. We're paying $5.87 a day, which should be pretty easy to earn back as we go through the last 2 days of the season, starting in Diamond and up into Champion. I've seen some people in Champion make 200 DEC in one win alone. Not that I'll do that because I don't have many gold cards in this purely rented deck. But I do have a few alphas, as you can see, that will improve my reward chances. And luckily, a couple of them are, what do you call it? Summoners. So that'll be awesome because you use the summoners a little bit more often. So I have 41, and I wanted to go through, see how many of each I've got. And you can look up here, it says 12 items. I've got 12 neutrals, which will be a huge help. Dragon, not very much. Well, that's all right. You can use the dragon summoner for all the other things. Death, I've got 7. 6 on life, so maybe a little bit more on. Oh my gosh, Earth is only 3. I thought I rented more. Okay, water and fire. So I need fire, earth, and life. So back we go to the other tab to do very specific. So we're going to do earth, and we are going to see what cards. I thought I rented this one. This one. Let's refresh. Minotaur Warrior. Let's refresh over here then. Okay, there we go. So it's showing. The refresh broke my filters, though. That's all right. We can refresh the whole page. And luckily, I'm in charge of reporting the bugs anyways. So let's do this. Let's do this. I could hit the max button, but this was fine as well, because if I want to change it a little bit. And then we wanted earth cards, and we want to sort by the lowest. So we already got the lowest one there. Stone Golem, Stone Splitter. Maybe if we're using like a high mana thing, we could. Well, I do like the Mushroom Seer. And you gotta have the Wood Nymph. I can't play green without the Wood Nymph. So, I mean, green is a more expensive. It's expensive. Let's just put it that way. So we got 2 days, 10 hours. So I'm just going to rent for 3 days. So that is jumping up our price quite a bit. We also needed to fix up our fire splinter. So let's take a look there. Magma Troll. I actually like this one. Flame Monkey is just, you need some low mana cards. So this is a 2 mana card. So it's just kind of a must. Let's see if there's I don't think you need it at level 10. Level 8 is not that much cheaper. What do you get? You get Swiftness at level 10. So we're going to keep it. I think that's a good enough ability to pay the extra 10. So there we go. Close the door here. All right. So we didn't actually add many things to this. What happened to the magma troll? I thought I added it. That was weird. You see that? I don't know what the deal was. And anything else? Exploding dwarf. We've got one. Red just may be a rough one for us. A flame imp. Let me remind myself what this one is. It's a low mana card with not that important past level. There's no ability after level 5. So do we just grab a lower level version? Level 4. 2 if we get level 5. 4 for 6. What does it give you between 5 and 6? Speed? 1 speed? Let's go with the 5. 5 gold is way too expensive. So we're going to do this. And let's see what else is cheap. This stuff just gets so expensive. I'm not in the high ranks. I'm not trying to rank. I'm just trying to get up into Champion League. We don't need this super high expensive stuff. What I'm interested in is seeing if, oh look, it's alpha for 17, an alpha version. And the level 5s are more expensive. I think we're going to grab this alpha card. So that's pretty good. We've got 3 more red. And then the other one we needed to fix was the life edition. So it's kind of fun going through the rentals. Of course, this is starting from scratch. You can see even being very thorough at it. 30 minutes, part of the game, getting your cards. It's fun. Part 2. It's fun as well, I should say. So the Truth Speaker, let me remind myself, it gives you protect and tank heal at the highest level. And that's when, this is what I was talking about earlier, that later editions of the card game, they really made the last level have something really important. Oh, dang it, it's not available. It's not available for 10 more hours. And look, I'm actually the owner. That's kind of fun. We're going to rent it. My other account is the owner. We're going to rent it and chastise myself for renting it for so low. And we won't be able to play it today for another 10 hours, but that's fine. In 10 hours, we'll be able to play it perfectly acceptable. I'm interested to see if this one has an alpha version, and it does. What about at level 7? How much does it go down? 16, and it goes down to 12. So what is the difference between the two? It is 1 health. You know what? It's not a big, huge difference in price, so I'm going to go with the higher price. The alpha, or the higher level, higher price. I do like the Crystal Jaguar, and I don't think that you really need the top level because it only gives you 1 armor, 1 health. That's pretty good. Let's see what the price difference is. There is no level 9, and I do like it. So we're going to add it. Hero Beyond is an epic. I don't know if I've played with this one. It's an 18. I have not played with it. It doesn't. Last Stand, Shield. You know what? Last Stand with range doesn't seem that great. That's weird. But I've not played with it, so partly I kind of want to try it. I have done really well with Silver Shield Paladins in the past. I love playing with those. So we're going to look. The price between 22 and at level 7, there are none. At level 6, 18. So we're going to give it a shot. That's quite a few life cards. I think we need to just jump in and start playing and see how we do. And maybe we'll see that we want to do a little bit more. So we're going back to the neutrals and seeing if there's anything else. The Mantoid, the War Chang, oh, it goes way up, 45. Let's go back down and see what the neutrals have for us. It gets decent. Oh, a Cockatrice. What do we lose at level 1 level down? We lose a attack. That isn't great. But a level 8 is 50. That isn't cheap. 3 days, that's 75. Enchanted Defender, Parasitic Growth. Okay, what do you get? You go up 1 attack with the top one, but it is only 29, and it's a great card to have. Let's see what it is. Oh, there is only a level 9, and it's a gold one. There are no 10s. I think I want that. What's the difference between a 9 and a 6? 2 hit points and a whole lot less price. Sold. That is, in my book, a good deal. I also want to find. I'm not sure. Oh, Enchanted Picks. Those are expensive. Let's just grab this one real fast. And we'll see where we stand with how much we're paying in rentals. So we're going to unremove. We're going to refresh this tab. We have 55 cards. Let's make sure it's up to date. I just rented that last one. Okay, 55. 798 a day. We could probably earn that in just, I don't know how many wins. We're going to have to jump in and see it. How many of them are in cooldown? We only got that one card that we'll be able to play in 10 hours from now. Now, we left the main question of, do we really want a legendary summoner? There's no neutral ones. All right. Which is our best account? Which one do we want to play with? Mimosa? We could play with Byzantine Kitty at 200. Just go all out for something really awesome. Or maybe Prince Renan with a green account. It's like make our one that was maybe not the best one into a strength and just say, let's kill it with. We could go with Prince Julian. 2 and a -1 heart on others at 300. That is like, we're spending 800 a day, and we're looking at increasing it just on one card by almost 40%. I'm tempted to go to the Mimosa. It's got some interesting things, but I guess the question is, which is our strongest? Is it Death, where we have 7? Life, we now have 11. We spent a good chunk on it. Earth has some solid stuff. I like it. But it has a solid summoner, so I don't really want to get high-level Earth. So Bortus isn't that great, but do we have great water stuff? No. How about fire? Do we have great fire? We have pretty decent fire stuff. Let's go back to life. We have so much life stuff, and I like these cards, and I'm good with these cards. So I tell you what, we're going to treat ourselves, and we're going to go to back to here and look at the life summoners, the Peak Rider or the Chancius. Resurrect, triage, repair. I love the Chancius. We're going to do it. So we're going, our strong suit is going to be white. All right, if anyone's listening live, I don't think so. We are, you can ask questions, but we're going to go back. This will be up on YouTube. This will be a great resource for people. We spent 40 minutes renting, but we're done for the next 3 days. But the truth is, we're going to come back and look every once in a while and maybe get rid of some cards we're not using so we don't have to, like, we're paid for 1 day, but in a few hours from now, if I'm like, no, I'm not interested, I can go in and click here and I can stop renting. I'll still have it for the duration of the first of the 24 hours. So not 24 hours from when I hit stop renting, it's 24 hours from when I made the first payment. So we've got 23 hours to make this decision, 23.5. All right, so now we're going to go back to Fun Tamed and play our first game in 12 days. Let's go to my cards. Let's go to rented to me, and we have 53 cards. Rented to me, shouldn't that be a little bit higher? Let's see here. Rented to me, 53. What does this say? We need to not do summoners or life. It says 56. Are there some that are in cooldown? There's some duplicates that I got, perhaps? Maybe. What is this one? I don't know. I don't understand. I must have got some duplicate. Duplicate 2 first chickens. Well, that was dumb of me. So how many more days do I have? 3 days, 16 days. I already was renting one for more expensive. So we are going to cancel, stop renting this one. So that solves one of ours. I think there's going to be one more duplicate. Do you guys see it? Tyrus, Wave, Undead. One duplicate. Well, that was one duplicate. It is already solved. And I don't see it. I don't see anything. So this should go down. So it's 56, and we got rid of one, and then one is in cooldown, so we should be 55, 54. So in my opinion, there should be one more duplicate, one thing in there that maybe I rented twice. And I can't see it. Let's get on to the gameplay. I want to remind myself what neutrals. I have a lot of neutrals, so this is helpful. And I have, I want to know. I want to organize by mana cost. I should look into the Silver Shield Bard. Oh, this is what I already have. All cards. Shinlo would be expensive. Creeping Ooze? I swear I have a Creeping Ooze. Do I not have a Creeping Ooze? I do, right here. But it's a gold. That's why it's not showing it to me. Well, that's lame. Let's click on gold as well. Okay, so I have a Creeping Ooze. Well, that's dumb. Um, Shadowy Presence. I've got to have. Ooh, these are just soulbound cards, which aren't really helpful. I do have a Cursed Slime Ball that is gold, I believe. Cursed Slime Ball. No, I don't. So let's do a search for. We're in rentals. We don't want summoners or life. We're going to do Cursed Slime Ball. We want one of these. I'm pretty darn sure because they have redemption, which is great. So we need at least a level 6. 2. 4 for gold. Let's just grab this 2. Okay. And then we also wanted a brownie. Let's see how much that's going to be. But that's not cheap. Brownie at, let's see where it gets real good. Inspire is level 4. Let's just get a level 4. I think that's sufficient. So there's one available at level, and it's in cooldown for 3 more days. There are just no brownies available. Okay, that's how that goes. It's a popular card. Albatross, maybe? Let's take a look, find an Albatross. I love these level or 1 mana cards because they're just great to fit in anywhere, even if they're a low level version. But let's take a look if Albatross has Tank Heal at level 6. So let's try to find a level 6 card for 3. Seems good to me. And then Shadowy Presence. Getting all of the level or the 1 mana cards. Shadowy Presence gets really good at obviously level 6. Dang it. Strengthen maybe at level 2, 2 or 6. 2 gold for 1, and they don't even have a 6. So we'll grab this level 2. And then Therosa, Lensmaster, Mighty Dricken, and Two Gun Pete. Huh. Two Gun Pete is still going to be helpful if I can get a level 3 in particular. Level 3 is super expensive. Okay. Dricken. 1,000 for the Dricken. Okay, let's move on. Lensmaster is. Let's take a look. We get Blind and Shatter. That's not that good. How much is this going to be? 97, 35. Level 1 is 4. Is it really worth it? Yeah, probably to get a 1 mana card that can not do much, maybe just take up space. Kind of a lame level 1 card, but it's fine. Okay, Therosa. Any other 1 mana cards? And Epona. Therosa and Epona. 1 mana cards. Therosa. There's nothing. Epona. There we got one. Wholly expensive. Not gonna rent that one. Oh, it's Theo Rosa. So I spelled it wrong. Theo Rosa. Let's see. At level 1, it really doesn't get till level 3, but it's a magic, so even level 1 wouldn't be terrible. And there's only a 2 available. It doesn't make sense. There should be 4 cards available. This does not make sense. We're going to rent these cards real fast. and then refresh the page and see why it's not showing up. So Theo, oh, there's only one card available. Okay, one, it says it right there, and it's 300. So that's not going to happen. Swamp Thing, Undead Priest. Swamp and Undead. Swamp Thing is pretty good when you get to when it can slow or when it has one extra attack. Level 5. Level 5 is the way to go. Let's see. 38 and then level 5 is not cheaper. Level 4 is very cheap, so we're going to grab it. And then we're just trying to make sure we have these for low mana games. So Kobold Miner is a popular, I really use that one a lot, and Undead. So Kobold. No, we just need to click on the star so that we can remember these things. So we're going to click there, and then we're going to look to see that we want a 3 attack sneak. So level 8 is plenty good. So level 8 is 50. Wholly expensive. Wholly expensive. 32. Level 6 is 10. I don't think so. I don't think we're even going to do it. Undead Priest was already starred. And we are going to look here. And we're going to see that we really want a 5. Level 5 is 5. That's pretty good. Is there level 6 is 9, 19, 24. So let's grab that. And there we go. We want to just rent for 3 days. I think we're ready to play. Let's do another check to see how many cards we have. A lot of people will play with up to 100 cards, but we've got carefully curated 61 to 62 cards. So let's take a look at only those rented to me. 55. Let's refresh the page. It should go up to 60. And rented to me, 59. Close. Let's battle. Now, one thing to keep in mind is I am in a guild, and it's building, or we can look maybe in the about. We are going to get, doesn't say here, we need to go to the building perhaps and look at the lodge, and we're going to get a 12% bonus, which is pretty awesome on our DEC. So if we got 100 DEC, we'd get 112. So that would be pretty good. So as you see, DEC is decently expensive these days, so that's a pretty good little bonus. So we've rented all of our cards now. That's like the first half of the game. Now we'll go and battle. Oh, the final results. What are the final results here? 939 DEC. And we're down from 27. Well, we spent 3 days, so we're down about 3,000. Let's see if we can earn that. And we have a quest to do, a dragon quest, and we're starting our first game. And the recording for YouTube, I may be pausing it so you don't have to go through these matches. But this would be perfect time for someone to jump in and ask questions as well during those waits. So this person is going to be playing red. We are going to be playing something with some good armor, which would be our, obviously this one, but it's not available. So we're going to click on make a team. And I don't know why this is so much limited. Interesting. So what is going to give me -2 on armor, but that's not really going to help. Let's do the green. I know that we have some good armor. God, we don't have a lot of good armor guys. We just have, well, this one is definitely a good armor guy. So let's go to piercing. And let's find, there's just not many to pull from. Not many at all. We're definitely going to want to do this guy. I'm running out of time. So we're going to do dragon. We're going to try this. And yeah, we've got a lot of level 1s, which is so dumb. Okay, we're running out of time, so we just got to commit. We may not do incredibly well. And let's try parasitic growth, which is awesome. I just don't like this setup, but we're running out of time. I'm just getting used to playing all this. I can't do this. Let's do this, and let's do green, because we knew we had some green. So let's do this. Let's do this. We have a good green team. So this is going to be good. Let's grab a high level stuff just to get done. So we need a 5. We're running out of time. We need to grab that one. We need a 5. How about a 4? There we go. Boom. Hopefully we made it in time. We'll see. We'll see. They give you a little bit of leniency. Did it work or did I flee? That was a great way to start if I fled. Oh, look, it worked. Perfect. Okay. Well, that's going. We'll jump in the voice chat. If anyone is, now they're watching me play now. We just got done renting. We rented 939 DEC a day to, I haven't played in 12 days, so I had no cards. We rented the whole entire deck. And one thing that I want to do is kind of star some of this stuff that I have. So I'm going to click on the stuff that I'm actually renting. I love the Divine Sorceress, Shadowy Presence. I do like Hobgoblin for a few games. Anyways, let's go back to our actual match. We should have done a magic reflect if they're doing a heavy magic one. I don't know if I'm going to do super well. They've got it's not full. I just think they're going to slaughter me with all that magic. Well, let's see. I'm going to be going heavy after this guy that has 11, which is not good news for me. Not good news. Retaliate. Come on. Seriously? You didn't retaliate. Good. Get rid of him. No. Dang it. Come on. Come on. Okay. We stunned him, which we are going to lose. I think I just want to skip to the into the results because we're losing. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. We lost. How much are they earning? 71 DEC. Crazy. Let's battle again. Anyone has any thoughts? This is my second match with the set of cards we have, and we're going to look to see, man, I may be frustrated that I don't have certain cards, and I'm going to have to go maybe add a few extra cards. So we got a 12 mana match. Where are my low cards that I have rented? So no healing, no legendaries. The low mana stuff is maybe still in green, perhaps. What do I have for low mana? I have so many low mana stuff in green. I think I was right. So, oh, well, these are all level 1 crap. So no one wants this level 1 stuff. This is lame. How about level 3 stuff? I hate that they show you these cards. I don't own this card. Why are they putting it? Why are they showing it to me? It's so dumb. It's a Splinterlands bug. I've told it. It's just frustrating. Every single time I play a game, it frustrates me that they put these cards I don't have, I don't own. They're level 1s. If I put them into a game in the max, it would make me lose. Thanks a lot. Okay. Well, my competition is to do this. Let's see. Oh, okay, we got the flame monkey and the ooze and the chicken. Let's just put all 3 of them in. And then let's do some sort of magic attack. There we go. And then we need a 4. What kind of 4 do we have? A troll, perhaps? No. Let's do parasitic growth. Perfect. So there we go. I think this is a decent team. So they're going to hit 3 kind of crappy cards to begin with while I jump on things real fast. So let's see how this works. It's kind of this other weird bug that it goes back into this screen before going into this one. Kind of weird. So the interesting thing here is that this is the everyone has thorns, but this could be bad because if I hit them with thorns, this guy's going to die pretty quick. So this doesn't bear well for me. So we'll see how it goes. So thorns, that's rough, but I scavenge one. And gets him with 1 with thorns. Ah, okay, cool. I think I did it because he can't attack me with range. That was actually a really good thing. Perfect. So we spent 3,000 for 3 days, and guess what? We made 100 of that already back. And that includes no win streak, no alphas. I did use a gold card, so that was awesome. So I need to win 30 games in the course of 3 days to earn back my money. Talk about awesome. So we're in gold. We get to diamond. We have enough power. 400,000. Where can we get to? Let's see. We can get to diamond 1. Well, that doesn't make sense. How much power do I have? We need to go to bulk view. Yeah, 400,000. So we're going to have to rent a little bit more. Maybe a gold card to get up past champion. Might as well rent it now, right? Might as well rent something that will give me 100,000. I don't know what that is. I don't know. I don't know if I want to bore you all. We can just play another game or two. That's the next step that I should be doing, though, is once I start getting close to being able to go into champion, I need to grab myself a couple more cards. So, as you could see, 1,000 DEC a day isn't going to be enough for champions, apparently. So, all right, poisonous fumes, silent summoner. This would be nice if I had a 2-mana summoner, which I don't. So we are going to just do this one right here. Let's see, do I have high mana, high health cards? Here, I have a 10. That's a level 1, so that's dumb. I'm just trying to get used to them. A rusty android. I do have a healer in green, which is awesome. Let's do blue. We got to do this pretty quick. Nope, nothing really good there. There. We got a healer. That's a level 1 healer. Okay, so what's the last one? Green, blue, red. A 6, a 9, 10. There we go. Okay, so we are going to do this one. Do we have a healer? Do we have a healer in this, in our midst? We'll do this guy. We're just going to make that guy survive. How about that? We'll put him at the end and just make sure he survives. And then we'll do a flamesmith. We still got a lot of mana we can use. Let's see. These are all level 1 crappy things that I hate that they put in there. We need to get a really high mana card. So something like this 8, and put it there, and then put a 2. This is so dumb. Oh well. Okay, battle. Let's see if my serpent survives. It's got to survive 5 rounds. We should have done something with the healer. We should have done the green, but we were busy getting used to my new cards, which is too bad. We've got a case of the... is this the same guy we played earlier? Which is too bad. He's got a healer, and he's got a healer, and he's being healed. I don't even want to watch this game. He wins. It's just as simple as that. I lost. So don't need to watch games that you're going to lose. You know why you lost. Don't get frustrated. Yeah.
Is this an account you're running to test out the rental system and see how far you can get? I think I saw you talking about you were going to do that. Is that what this is?
Yeah. So last season I did that. It took during the course of 7 days, I went from novice to champion. And then this season I've been gone for over like 12 days, and I just got back. So I just started renting again about 1 hour ago. So, yeah.
So I've been testing out. Maybe you can give me your opinion on this. I've been testing out this strategy with some like YGG guys, for example.
Yeah.
Where I have a guy and what I'm basically doing is giving him so before the rental system was in game,
Yeah.
I used to have sort of like the way that I saw like if I was going to create a second account and have somebody play it was like I felt like I needed like all the cards, right? So all the splinters and the monsters, and then push that to an account, and then that would be a secondary account, right?
Yeah.
But since the rental system's in the game, I'm testing out a new strategy where I'm only providing the account with summoners and no monsters. So the idea is I kind of seed the account with summoners, and then let that person try and use that account by renting the monsters and not having to worry about summoners.
Just a second. Let me finish this one real fast.
Easy to do. Oh yeah, sure.
It's just crap. I hate that they put these level 1 things in here when I don't want to see them. Okay, so this one's just going to be a lost cause one. Don't think it's going to end well, but at least we're not going to forfeit. So, okay, tell me your thing again. So you're putting in summoners into the account. And
yeah, right before the rental system was in the game. I mean, I know it was on peak monsters and stuff, but it wasn't very user friendly. So the way that I looked at it was, I wanted to create. I wanted to grab, like, I live in the Philippines, right? So I have a lot of Filipino friends. So I wanted to create like an account for them, and then have a deal with them, like a 50-50 split, where I provide the monsters, or I provide the account, the cards.
Yeah.
They play the account, and then we do like a 50-50 split, right? So I was testing that out before the rental system was in the game, and I felt like I needed to buy all the cards.
Yeah.
Right. So like just push a complete account to them. But now with the rental system in the game, I feel like I could do it with just summoners. So I say, okay, here's the summoner, so you don't need to worry about that. So I'm sort of seeding the account, right, just to get the ball rolling, so they're not just like starting with a brand new free account.
Mm-hmm.
So here's summoners. Here's like maybe a couple neutral cards, strategic neutral cards, and then a chicken, and then okay, rent the rest, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe I do a split with them, like 30-70 or 40-60 split, because I'm not having to provide an entire account. So I'm testing that out right now. What do you think about that strategy versus, having to have the complete all around cards, or having no cards, where someone just literally going in with like zero, a free account, buying the spell book, and then trying to just grind up without ever having any cards of their own?
It seems like people these days, if they get good, can rent their way all the way up. But what you have is maybe some cards that are way too expensive or not really even available for rental. So that can help them quite a bit. But maybe they just rent from you. So it's hard to, or you rent it for a high amount to someone else. It's hard to figure it out, really. But I mean, to some extent, the $10 to get the spell book is a big barrier for some people, some places, and maybe that's too much to just test out, right? So you're providing that benefit by having an account, I suppose, right? Or are they paying
Well,
the
really, in
$10?
YGG, nobody's really paying for spell books, right? I mean, everybody's getting a promo code.
Oh, really? Okay.
So pretty much everybody over there is just used to, getting into the game for free. So that's kind of how they're looking at it.
Well, I did not know that. Well, that's a deal for them.
I'm sure there's a side effect where, I have seen people, for example, they have to fill out an application, it goes in order. And now that, there is a lot more hype around the game, obviously some people are just like, I don't want to wait for the stupid application, or they're having to wait a couple days, and they're just like, screw it, it's just $10 to just buy the damn book myself. Mm-hmm. So I think it's still a good strategy, right? Because obviously people are coming in on the hype.
Yeah.
I know I have seen people just buy the spell book because they don't want to wait for the promo code.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this situation that you're talking about, which is, how do you help new users, like be a part of that and provide stuff that you may have, where it seems like the game is almost situated with the rental system that a new user can do most of it themselves and climb up the ranks, and with the rental system the way it is.
That's really interesting you said that, because I kind of have that dilemma myself, where I'm saying, like, is what I'm doing pointless, because does the game just take care of this on its own? I mean, as an invested player in the game, you have this natural urge to like help new people get in.
Mm-hmm.
But is it all just a waste of a time? Does the game just do that on its own?
Okay,
is the game just onboarding people?
Previous to the new rental system, I had 5 accounts, I still do, that were fully, like, some of them were silver gold, some of them were diamond champ, and I had 5 of those accounts, and I had someone running it and playing it, and we had a 50-50 split. And it was a decent amount of DEC each season, right? And DEC wasn't worth as much back then, but it was still fun. And I wasn't doing anything, right? I'd send them DEC every maybe 2 or 3 seasons. And that was fun, but now I actually don't know if I could just shut those all down and put all of those cards in the rental market. and have to do zero
You know,
work. So
you
I
know what?
don't
I'm in the
know.
same exact boat. I'm in the same exact boat because before the rental system, what I did was I grabbed people and I bought the cards, and then I delegated those cards to them and I charged them a monthly fee. So I was just like, yo, here's a full account. Pay me like, $50 a month or $30 a month or whatever. And you have a diamond level account and we're done. And I'm looking at that model now like, I'm not even sure this is worth it.
Yeah, but here's the thing: are they going to play in events in the tournaments?
Nobody I rent to does.
Okay. If are they going to play in the new upcoming guild brawls? Because the upcoming guild brawls have the potential to earn money. The present
Oh,
guild brawls they
really?
don't, but the new guild brawls, um,
Like, in what way? Like, give me an example.
two ways. That soon SPS will be won by guilds that win. And the
Okay.
second way is each individual will earn merit points and they will go to the guild store, not the normal store, not this shop, but they go to the guild
Right.
store and they will use those merit points to purchase gladiators, and they will level up gladiators. Gladiators are soulbound. You cannot sell them in the market, but there is one thing you can do with them, and it's on purpose. You can burn them for DEC.
Uh,
So
Interesting.
they are worth, so you do end up earning money. So you can't like trade them or sell them, but you can burn them for the DEC. So let's say like, hey, this gladiator I'm focusing on, and this other one I'm just going to burn whenever I get his cards. So um not exactly sure. I mean, people are playing a little bit how much that's going to be, and then we have to figure out how much SPS those guilds are going to make.
So is the guild going to make SPS on a guild level or on an individual level? For example, if I enter
Yeah,
Fray.
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know? Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's probably in some white paper somewhere. So
Or maybe some sort of a staking mechanism, like you can stake SPS on your guild, maybe, and then you get
yeah.
a piece of the pot, like you do on individuals.
Well, and maybe that's
Something like
something that
that,
you
maybe.
do is when you can stake onto players, which is coming. It's not anytime terribly soon
Yeah, yeah, got it.
because normal staking is coming up, but then you'll be able to stake onto players at some future point. Where is that white paper? If we go here, and then we go to white paper, and then we go to release schedule. So we have LP incentives coming up. Then we have tournament prizes, SPS tournament prizes, SPS ranked battle rewards, SPS staking rewards, and SPS guild brawl rewards.
Interesting, yeah.
So I'm play to earn. So we've got SPS staking rewards, 7,500 incentives, land expansion, Oracle, guild brawls is 22.5 million a month. So that's a decent amount. If there's quite a few guilds that aren't playing much and quite a few that are in a lower level. You could also take up Peak Monsters' offer of being a general and getting a guild that you didn't have to pay for, and being a general and running it and put everyone that you want in it. Totally up to you. We will be hands off. You could put 20 people into the guild that you want, and you get 4-7% DEC bonus. So that's a benefit to the player, is that right off the bat they would get a 5% DEC bonus on all their wins, and be able to jump into guild brawls where apparently there's 2.5 million a month being given out. and you think that there's about 10, maybe 9 guild brawls a month. So that's a crazy amount. That's a crazy amount. Bring up the calculator. So I don't know what it's going to actually be, but 2.5 million divided by 9 guilds a month, we're talking 277, almost $250,000 being given out to guild brawls. But things are about to get really real with when you think about the ranked battles are getting 7.5 million a month. That's about $7 million. Right now, they're giving out 4 million DEC a day. Or no, we're giving out about 7 million DEC a day, right? Because DEC is at 7,000. Right. So if you're giving out 7 million, that looks like $40,000 of DEC is being given out a day. Now compare that. Things are about to get really real. If SPS, they're giving out, well, that's 39,000 a day. So you times that by 30 days.
It seems very unsustainable. I mean, I know the user signups are looking really strong right now, but it's one hell of a current to try to swim against, in my opinion. What do you think?
1.2 million DEC given out a month. And then they're going to give out 7.5. So they're about to 6x the amount that people earn. Well, 7.5 million DEC. I'll answer your question in a second. I just wanted to go through this. So if you look at SPS and you say 7.5 million SPS is, it doesn't seem right. Oh, well, because there's a huge reduction if you do that many.
Split page. Yeah, split page.
Anyways, something around 5 million a month. Okay, so sustainability of their project. I mean, it seems
no sustainability of price. I
of the
guess,
price,
but yeah.
Well, we're going to see a big impact in 5 hours because of the farm being cut, and the multiplier will go down by half. So the APR would go down to 100%, and most of these cake people, or the SPS people, or these people are wanting cake. I don't think that they're going to be super excited about 100%. So we're probably going to see a sell-off. Maybe. The pool, though, was super interesting, that there's 2 million in the pool and the APR stayed at 380%, which is pretty crazy. But this limit ends in 5 hours as well to have 100 cakes max. So all the whales will jump in and they will probably at least double this.
Down that 8.
So this is probably going to go up to 4 million cake. And then you'll have half. That means half of the cake, half of the rewards may be in the hands of people that don't even know what SPS is. They don't care about it. They're just looking at a high APR because all of these are 70 to 80%. If you look at them, they're all 70, 80%. So you could more than double this.
What would be the incentive? I mean, how did that pool end up coming into existence? I mean, where is that SPS coming from? Are we giving that SPS
to get into
away?
Pancake Swap and to be, I'm pretty sure it makes sense that what happened is that they said, hey, can we be in your farm? And they said, sure, we'll give cake to people that add to a liquidity pool of your token if you give us SPS to give to people that stake our token. So yeah, they gave 22 million SPS to PancakeSwap, is my very educated guess. And it is being distributed for 60 days. So.
Oh, I see. So it's kind of I see. So the other pool is the opposite, which
Yes.
is kind of like I'll scratch your back, you scratch my back.
Yeah, they're giving their token out for a decent amount of time, for probably the same, 60 days sort of thing, maybe more. I can't remember if this has a certain length of how long they're giving away cake, but I do know that the pool, they're doing the SPS, giving away SPS for 60 days. So, but we don't care if there's a pool. SPS Splinterlands users, we don't care if there's a pool. I mean, it is getting more.
I guess in the end, it's exposure. Maybe some people say, well, what is SPS? I like this 300%, but what the hell is SPS? Oh, it's a game. Oh, I'll play the game.
Yep, got it.
I guess awareness is a cool thing. Yeah. I
mean, we've got 2 million cake, right? And the limit per wallet is the limit per wallet, not per user. The limit per wallet is 100. That means that there are 20,000 wallets that have SPS in it now.
Right.
Well, as soon as they hit harvest, they will have it. But yeah.
Yeah, and then some of them, like I said, naturally they might say, "Oh, 300%. What is this? What is SPS token?"
Because none of them.
And then they find the game.
Yeah. So it's good advertisement, but of course we don't need the advertisement to last forever. So 60 days is fine. There's a countdown timer on this one, but I don't see a countdown timer on pools. But this multiplier will go down by half in 4 hours, 5 hours, 4 to 5 hours.
Yeah. And
so therefore, I don't know how that's going to impact things. I mean, it's still done interesting job, 78.9%. Now, the sustainability of the price is interesting because there's going to be staking beginning August 2nd. So we're going to have perhaps people not selling because of that. Also, you have a lot of people, and I'll be honest, like myself, that are saying like, look, we're going to sell in the first few days. There's no staking around anyways. I sell my tokens. I haven't sold today, but I sell my tokens. But the funny thing is I buy DEC with it. So that I can earn more SPS in the future. I buy DEC and BUSD.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think the only problem with DEC is the opportunity cost. I mean, if DEC falls, you didn't really get ahead, did you?
Well, that's why DEC and BUSD. So at least I have one that's stable. And but the reality is if
let me ask you, what's your play on DEC, right? Okay, so that short term, that makes a lot of sense, right? Okay, I sell my SPS, I buy DEC. Okay, great.
So this is the play.
But yeah,
I'm buying DEC and BUSD. If DEC goes down, I use my BUSD to buy more DEC at the lower amount.
Okay, so your BUSD is not in an LP pool, right? So there's no impermanent loss. You're just talking about holding the 2 coins individually.
Once DEC BUSD goes up to what I think is a high rate, I will put it in the pool.
Okay, so you're just holding 2 coins
because then if DEC goes down, then I'll get less BUSD and more DEC. And my goal is to have more DEC. So I won't mind that direction of impermanent loss, which is a weird way to think about it. I'm more worried about DEC going up than I am about it going down.
Got it.
I really am more worried about it going up than down. If it goes down, then I buy more and more.
And I understand that perspective. Yeah, I understand. I mean, I'm in an LP pool, so I understand. But I joked with my friend the other day. I said I've never seen people so upset that a coin is pumping before.
Yeah. Well, that includes me. I had it in an LP pool, and I got screwed. I had a lot more DEC just a week ago, and
But
now,
that's a little bit. But that's a very interesting perspective
yeah,
because that shows how much value is in the platform, the community. Because
yeah, I'm
you
getting
could pay off the car. I mean, you
365
could go
days
buy
of this
a.
token. I want it to be a lot every day. So, but
It's crazy though. It's crazy to think that way because
you think
uh,
I think, and I understand the craziness of it all, but also you look at Axie and some other things, and you're like, we're nowhere near
I get it.
their amount. And if we go to beta peak monsters, there's a new dashboard chart that we released today. I haven't actually
Yeah,
looked
your
at the.
dashboard charts are amazing.
So we got token prices. We're starting to show them now. 1000 DEC is 7.1, and so token market cap. This is our first day of it. So you've got SPS.
Wait, are you showing this on your screen right now? Because I can't see your screen.
Yep, I am, and
Wait,
oh,
it's just spinning circles.
you can't hit live or no? Okay,
No, it's like you have a loading screen.
all right. Well, let's share my screen again. Has it been that way for a little while?
Maybe someone else can confirm, but I can't see. Oh, I see it.
Okay. So, um, we need commas in there so I can read this number better. 107 million. Oh, it's up here too. So the DEC market cap is 2.6 million. Does that sound right? We're trying to figure out and get this to work.
That doesn't sound
That
right.
doesn't sound right at all. It may be 200. Sorry, I gave them. Now I'm interested. Let's go to here to tribal decks. Let's look at the total supply. Copy this total supply of DEC. Go to the calculator, and we come on. Can't paste in something. All right, fine. This times 0.0. How many zeros are there? What is the DEC price? What is the DEC price right now? I will look here.
0.0073.
Okay, so times 0.0073. It looks like it is 12.8 million.
And even that seems small. I would have expected it to be a much bigger number.
So it looks like we are off. So I don't know. Between you and me, DEC,
Undervalued, underpriced.
yeah, weirdly based on the APR that you get because of the SPS drop. So if SPS goes down, then maybe DEC goes down, but I think they're kind of linked for a little while. 12.82 million. So I got to do a.
I mean, $12 million. I mean, it feels like that could just like run away, but I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Like, it seems crazy because I mean, everybody would be burning their accounts at that point, wouldn't they? I mean,
Well, that's what was ended up happening. I bought a bunch of cards yesterday that were barely above the burn value because the price
And
of DEC went up so
how
high.
I mean, I wonder. I mean, is there any way to figure out how many cards are being burned? Like, are people burning like really
There's some
expensive
sites that
gold
do it.
foils and stuff?
There's some sites. There's no reason to burn because Peak Monsters has bids that are always above the burn value. So you would get
For all
more
cards,
DEC
you
for every
think?
card. I know because I put in the
Really?
bid for them.
Oh,
15% above bid value, burn value.
where do you see that?
You go into market and the bid value is right up here. So you could go to the bid and look at all the bids, and you'll see these bids are, for 11 DEC, 11 DEC, 1 DEC, and these are by bids by rarity. Here's a bid for the actual card. Here's a bid for the rarity. For the entire rarity is
Oh,
17.
man! I never realized this
23
feature was
cents. So
available.
that's twice, that's 130% above the burn value.
So people can put in a bid just for a rarity, not even a specific card.
Yeah,
Oh, that's interesting.
there's quite a few of them. I just, so many people don't know all the cool tools that are here.
I had no idea that existed.
So you go to like legendary, and what's interesting is the bid is 387 and the low list is 440. But if we look here, these cards are obviously 50,000 to burn them. Someone's willing to give 52,500. So it's a decent amount above the burn. That's probably our bid,
Interesting.
to be honest.
Interesting. But does that above burn bids just disappear in the event that deck runs? Because if deck runs,
Yeah.
in the end of the day, people are going to be saying, I'm still paying $1,000 for this card.
No, you buy them because you get all the airdrop
It's
points.
still $1,000. What?
If I buy this card, if it happened to be, which there was a few of them yesterday that I bought, I paid 50,000 DEC, but it was worth 50,000 in the
Right.
airdrop points. So
Right.
I got a card that I can rent out and the same amount. So
Right. At burn makes sense. But why, once we go high, I mean, even getting 2% over burn or 3% over burn for your card might be hard to do. Like, nobody's going to want to pay.
but we have,
1,000.
every single card on the whole entire market has a 15% above burn.
Does that get wiped out in the event that deck runs over 10 cents, over $10 for 1,000? And
We will
doesn't come
probably
back.
run out of DEC, I guess. Maybe we could transfer some back in. Maybe we end up, if it does that, maybe we say, hey, we're going to move it back down to 10%. We will always have one above 5%. So that's a guarantee, above 5%. That's no problem.
Interesting. How high do you think that could go? I mean, really, it could run away, couldn't it? I mean, couldn't it go to $15 per 1,000 or?
I've got calculations. If SPS goes above, well, I don't know because.
I mean, yeah. I was going to ask you your opinion, but I know it's going to be
because
so
the
hard
rental market,
to figure it out.
SPS would feed the DEC right now, but even if that wasn't around, you have the ability for earning all of that money from the drop to the players, the staking or the player winning stuff. That may feed people coming in saying, I'm willing to spend a lot on these cards or a lot on rentals. And rentals could start going crazy. But what do people need? They need DEC to start their rentals and to play. But I guess they're going to earn SPS.
Yeah, they earn it.
They sell their SPS, and they
What do
buy
you think about?
DEC. So maybe it does have a negative impact on SPS because they're earning so much SPS, which they're just going to burn for DEC. Oh, there's so many counter things here, but I'm not sure. I wonder if I won the
What
last
do you
game. I
think?
did.
What do you think about chaos? What do you think about chaos packs coming in the game, and
I
ultimately that
think that they need to change the par value.
the burn value,
Yeah, the par value for
the card pack
for the
prices?
card packs. They said in the last one $2 or 2,000 DEC. So no one's going to spend 2,000 DEC
Of course,
because that'd be
but
like
they'll
$14 or $2. So I don't know. This is my solution for what, because they're going to run out and it's going to be problematic if they do it like they've done in the past. So my thought is that they need to um, let those that stake. This is what they've already said. Those that stake SPS get first come to buy a limited amount of cards, and it's limited by how much you have staked. So the biggest one could maybe buy, 5,000 packs, and like it goes. So they'll all have the ability to buy X amount of packs, and maybe if there's 10 million cards, um, I think that they should do a limited buy to those that have staked for 3 to 4 million of those packs, and then the
what do you
rest
think
is
about?
just released every day, like maybe 1,000 packs every day
Uh,
for 9 months or so that they don't have to like make another edition, and that we just have edition after edition after edition coming every week. So it just
right,
is
right.
extended, and then it keeps the price of cards up really high, but then people are kind of in a lottery to like, oh, I got the chance to buy, you know, a pack, and they're excited, and the market stays high on those cards. So it's not just like untamed cards
Dumping.
are
Yeah,
$20
yeah.
a pack, and these cards are $2 a pack. It's like such a
What if
huge
they change?
mismatch.
Let me get your opinion on this dynamic, though. What do you think about, like, for example, if the burn values are going to be the same on chaos? Well, let me ask you: do you think that the burn values are going to be the same on chaos as they are on
seems
untamed,
hard
or are they
to
going to create?
seems hard to think that if you've got 600 DEC value itself for the airdrop on a pack like Untamed. I'm not sure what it is actually. Is it 600 or is it less? Airdrop, and so Untamed is 600. It seems hard to believe that because 600 times 7 is, like, what is that? $3 or $4 or something?
Well, maybe they won't
four
offer any
dollars.
SPS for chaos.
But they
Maybe
have
chaos
to.
is not even
It has to have a collection power.
okay. That's what I'm talking about, though. Because here's what I'm getting to. Let's say that
So it
they
has
release
collection power, but maybe it has less airdrop ability.
okay, but I'm not even talking about airdrop because here's what I was getting to. Here's what I'm curious to get your opinion on. If they launch chaos, and let's say it's $2 or it's $3 or it's $4 a pack, whatever, but the cards inside of them are going to have a power level, a deck value, right? A
Mm-hmm.
burn value.
Yeah.
If those burn values become, if that deck can be burned on average, let's say that we launch chaos and
Then
DEC is sitting at $10 per thousand.
you buy the
You
entire everything in 1 minute
burn the
and
whole
then
thing.
burn the whole thing. Yeah.
Right. So, do you think that dynamic is going to be introduced into the game when chaos launches?
Yeah, but maybe we'll be back down uh, in DEC because of the impendingness of stuff. So I don't know.
not, ultimately the chaos is going to force that situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe
Like,
it goes down to 300
to.
or something like that.
So is the play here to dump your deck before chaos launches? Because if that dynamic is almost guaranteed
well,
to be
we
introduced,
don't know, and I've asked them on the AMA. We don't know what the price of the deck or the packs will be, or how much
the burn value,
the airdrop is going to be, and what the burn value of the different cards are going to be. All three of those things.
Because I'm looking at the burn chart, the power chart, that little like picture that shows the power levels. Like if you have a gold alpha, it's worth. Okay, so if chaos gets introduced, are they going to create another stair step down, or are they going to put chaos cards right in there with untamed rewards and and dice?
Or they could just stay at 600 and raise the price to $3.
Oh, I see your point. Right, they could create the same power level but raise the price of the pack. Right.
Yeah. Or they can go to 500 and have it at $3. I just don't think it can be $2 with a significant discount. Like that's going to be crazy. But also,
yeah, because people will burn the packs like we talked about.
But also, you're giving. The way to do it is to make, even with this problem that you've identified, if they were to just give SPS high SPS stakers a limited access to pre-buy some cards, like, hey, you can buy up to 1,000 packs, or you can buy up to 200 packs, or based on how much you've staked, then that scarcity is going to make the packs be worth more than burning it.
Good point.
And then if you do a lottery each day instead of a free for all, like buy until they're gone, then same thing.
Right, you're right.
Then
you're right.
If you're only giving out 10,000, if there's 10 million packs, let's say there's 10 million and you do a pre-buy for 4 million of them, so there's 6 million of them divided by 365 days. That was times. Oops.
I see your point. Yeah, and let the free market, secondary market, do whatever it's going to do, but the primary market's going to be controlled.
So then you can give out 16,000 packs a day in sort of a lottery, and then everyone, that scarcity is like, hey, look, I only had to pay $2, but I know that the other it's
or
just like this SPS. It's an airdrop.
Maybe each player can only claim one a day. Like you click a button, you claim your chaos, you get to buy one chaos pack a day every player.
Yeah. And they know they want to buy them so that they can resell them, because they're like, I don't really want this one.
Yeah, this secondary market would take the volatility of the real price.
Yeah.
And the primary one would just be a controlled distribution.
Yeah, I think the way to do it is to put in before each day to go into the lottery for X amount up to 100 packs. And then your money gets returned if you don't. You may get 10 of those packs or 5 or 50 of them. And a lot of people were like, I don't have money for that, but I'm going to put in for at least one. So maybe.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, I'm kind of glad it's not my problem. I'm sure they'll figure it out. But
there was an AMA a few weeks ago, and I was like, hey, you do realize that SPS may explode, because I think very highly of this, that it's going to do well. I didn't think it was going to do 80 cent well, but
dude, 80 cents is mind-blowing. It really is.
But I was like, this does super well. You are going to sell out if you just open it up, you would sell out in days. And I think people are like, that's a stupid concern. Don't be worried about that. They're not going to have this problem. I'm like, dude, you're going to the developers are going to have to develop new cards every 2 months unless they figure out something. So And then it becomes so overwhelming. Then there's billions of cards that no one knows how to play because there's just too many cards. Too many types of monsters is what I should say. Anyway, I should probably
Yeah, I
stop
see.
my YouTube recording. But maybe people will enjoy this ending conversation, or I'll try to find a way to split the video, which I don't actually know how to do. So
They pump, man. I mean, did you buy land?
I did.
Yeah.
I was back in the days when I said to myself, I own too much. I am too invested. This is too big of my crypto. This is not healthy for me. I don't want to buy too much. So I only bought 600 plots, which is still a lot, but I certainly had the opportunity to get more. So,
Did you buy six tracks?
yeah, 6 tracks, and got um, some in the raffle.
I saw it. I saw a track sold yesterday for I think 13,600 or something.
A tract?
Yeah.
One tract. Holy.
Yeah, it's in the
F.
It's in the land. There's somebody showed a picture of it. It's $13,653 or something.
Well, let's do a look. Tract.
So it was on wax.
Oh, okay. $4,000 over here.
I think the cheapest track now is I for sure saw it. I'll try to find it in Discord. Hold on.
With 4,000 is still
there's
crazy.
A way to do a search for.
That's crazy.
No, 4,000 is not. No, 4,000 was an accident. That was not on purpose.
$4,000?
Yeah, that definitely wasn't on purpose.
Well, the other ones, there was one for a little under 4.
Here it is right here. I'm going to ping you.
Yeah, people can sell it to themselves, can't they?
I guess you're right, but I think it's a real price.
Okay. On the Hive blockchain, you could definitely sell it to yourself, but then people could see that that's what you did. So, because there's transparency.
But it's in line. But it's actually in line because plots are. I mean, obviously, plots are clearly selling over 200, right? I mean, that isn't manipulated by like 20 different accounts, 30 different accounts, right? So, I mean, if you think about a track selling for 13 and plots are going for over 200, then it's actually really logical, in my opinion.
200 times 100 is holy 20,000. Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just pinged you in the LAN Discord.
No, I'm on the page right now. So.
Oh, you can see the sales, yeah.
Well, I can't see the sale history. Okay. Sale history 244, 240. Holy cow.
Yeah, so there you go. I mean, those are not all. I'm sure those aren't all manipulated. And even if someone was manipulating it, still there's so many plots that people would be undercutting it. So it would be hard to manipulate the plot market price.
I think they do have a transaction fee. I don't know how to read all this, but oh yeah, so 8 wax it looks like it costs to do it. So maybe
regardless of the dollar amount, it's not a percentage.
Sounds like a percentage, yeah, or just I'm not sure. Anyways, I'm actually going to do one more battle and then I'll stop my recording. So I don't know if you were seeing that I was doing battles when you jumped in. I had rented
Yeah, I
a
watched. I'll
entire
be back.
deck. Oh, cool. So you were at that point. You could see. I got it. But I am getting tired since it's 11 o'clock at night. Probably should. And you're in Philippines. But where are you from? Where are you from? Are you there? All right. Well, do this here. 29. We need a flying on this. We don't got any flying. We need to look at this. No flying. One flying. And one flying, one decent flying, and no flying. So lame. So we'll go with this, and we'll do a little bit of redemption. We're going to look for some high level stuff. You know, we're just going to throw this guy at the end. And we need another level 4. Or 3. We're running out of time, so we just got to go. I need to rent more things. This is harder than I expected. But I'm going to stop the recording. I hope you enjoyed the end of our random conversation. And thanks for watching.